Здравствуйте, добро пожаловать! Сегодня 69-й день съемок, когда Ян снимает свой 100-day challenge комик. Мы сейчас находимся на площади Piccadilly Circus Institution и сейчас будем искать ему чемодан.
So, hey guys, welcome. This is day 69 of 100 days of making comics. We are here in Piccadilly Circus on the hunt for a suitcase.
Da.
So I've just pulled up the pages, and I'm just having a little look at it because I was wondering if the face of the guy who's gonna go outside the vessel is actually visible, and it's not. But he's the bald guy, and I have another bald guy inside the ship. So now I'm thinking, did I mix them up? You know? I mean, it's easy. I'll give one of them a beard. Problem solved. So yeah, to just kind of show you what I'm looking at. So that's my page one. I'm still happy with it. There's still problems, but it's all good. We'll get to page 10 first before we start making corrections. Page 2, this one, I haven't looked at it for a while, but I'm like, man, I like it. So there's the astronaut, for lack of a better word. There's some more detail I'd like to add to his suit, his environmental suit. That's it. And then page 3. This is the same guy. So I've already drawn a beard on him, but this one over here I was thinking about because I've a pretty clear idea in my head what he's gonna look like. But I'm because I've taken so long to get to page 3, I may have mixed things up a little bit. There we go. Oh, this television. It's gonna go tonight. One of my colleagues decided to buy it, so television's gone. And then my printer over here, the beast that is too big and cumbersome, that is not coming with me, and I got it at a bargain. I found a new home for it as well. I have a friend who's very much into all things creative, more on the movie side of things, and she'll be able to put it to good use. So on Saturday I'm gonna move that to hers. What else? Today I am meeting up with some friends. I have to tell them that these are the friends I was gonna move in together with. So obviously I have to break the news to them, even though I think they pretty much have got a pretty good idea that that's not happening, but they don't know that I'm leaving the country yet. So I have to break the news. And then I'm off to buy a suitcase, a big one, because a friend of mine had one for me, but it's tiny and this is a big move, so I need a bigger one. And then I need the scales, things you have to think about when you're leaving the country. This is not the first time I've left the country. As I've said before, I've actually lived in Barcelona before in 2008 at the start of the whole crisis, the whole nightmare crisis that spiraled our economies out of control and had me looking for a job for about 2 months and not getting a single interview. While everywhere I went in the city, and I went everywhere, everything was up for sale. Every street, businesses, houses, everything. It was a disaster. But let's see how this second time goes. I've also lived in some other countries. I've lived in Colombia twice. And because I do like a bit of traveling and I do like moving around like this every now and again, I like to keep my possessions to a minimum. So this room right now, tiny as it is, because you might be wondering, why would you want to live in a small room like this? Well, when you're mobile, it doesn't matter, even though the inevitable still happens, even to me, trying to keep my possessions down and digital Today I've thrown out my third garbage bag. I was gonna say bin liner. It's amazing how even in this tiny room, how much junk you still manage to hide away that you're not using. You're never gonna use it. I don't even remember why I kept it. 3 full bags like this I just thrown out. So it's crazy. So yeah, I lived in Colombia as well, and when I did that, what I took with me was one big suitcase and a duffel bag, I guess you call them, a smaller one, like one of those sporting bags that guys like to take to the gym with all their stuff in it. And that was literally everything I owned, you know? So I'm kind of excited to just shed all this material stuff again that I don't need, and you know, all the paperwork for my art, it doesn't take up a lot of space and I can scan it in still. So, you know, maybe one day I'll have my own mansion or something. My luck turns around a little bit, I got tons of money, and then I can, like what most people like to do, just amass stuff and fill garages full of them and look at them every now and again. But until that day comes, I like to keep it to a minimum, because I just find that it kind of, you know, just slows you down. It weighs down on your mind. You start making decisions based on the amount of stuff that you're going to have to move and how inconvenient it will be, you know? And there's also just the whole, not materialism, but like, I think we just get so wrapped up emotionally in like all the things we keep around, and it's not a bad thing. Like it's nice to have things from your childhood and just to be able to pull them out and like, you know, get the nostalgia flowing or get the memories moving. It's nice to have those things. I don't have those things anymore. I've got one big folder of art. Yeah, and it was, I remember when I put this together, I had loads of them. Like I mean, it must have been like a pile, and like those big folders, you know, for graphic design students, those big black ones. I had those filled up, and I just started making a collection. Like if I were to pick the best, or what highlights my development as an artist the best, this is what I'm gonna keep. And so that's in here. And of course there was loads more and lots of things had to go, but you know, I've managed to whittle it down to one folder, and like, it's fine. I'm alive. I'm doing just fine without all the tons of art that I was never gonna put on a wall or sell or anything, you know. And in this day and age, being able to scan it in, now there's a mission. I could do that before Saturday, before I hand that baby over. Scan all of that in. Not that I want to give away this original art, but I might be able to whittle it down a little further. Thoughts. Battery pack, cable, headphones. See if there's some off-panel podcast I haven't listened to yet. I really like that one. There's another one called Ink Studs, which I enjoy listening to from time to time. I haven't seen a lot of artcasters lately because my internet for the last 2 weeks has again gone down. So everything I've watched in like 240p 360, because you know, I try to make do with what I have. It's another thing I won't miss. The world's worst internet. This is like 2003 internet I've got here, you know. Am I ready? It's noon. I think we're good to go. I've got my battery pack, I've got my phone. Anything in here? I'm supposed to keep my... Where's my notepad? Fuck. Two days ago. Let's make a new one today. Why not? Let's go. So in case you're new or you haven't tuned in for a while, I'm Jan and I am having fun making my own little comic book. Lately I haven't been able to keep up with the 100-day challenge. I've fallen behind mainly because of my job having completely taken over. And so I had to make some big life decisions, and I've decided to quit my job and to move to Spain. But it doesn't stop me from looking around here in London. I mean, look at these interesting shapes. I want some of this stuff in my comic book. In particular, those scaffoldings. Not just these ones, this is more modern arty. But check these ones out in Water Street. I just love the shape and how it envelopes the building. And let's have a look at the other one again. I mean, just look at that. Like, you can just easily see the drama unfolding here. These are my two Russian friends who have an equally insatiable desire for fantasy, comic books, manga, and the like. We figured we'd make a pretty good match living together, and so we started looking and realizing just how expensive things have gotten in London. When one of my friends got wind of my troubles here, she offered me a place to stay in Barcelona, and it didn't take me very long to realize that maybe it was just time for me to try something different, and my time in London, you know, it has to come to an end. Let's try and finish.
Thank you very much.
Enjoying all the stuff. Something fell on the floor you don't want to clean. Oh, Daisy, baby, there's some food for you.
When you say your dog's name, there was only one thing that pops up in my head right away.
What?
Was will go to Japan?
I went to Japan, yeah.
I wanted to make like a lot of like videos like that, maybe would make that
Like a vlog.
for
Actually,
ourselves.
I met up with my Brazilian friends yesterday. So one of them just came over from Brazil. She's living here now. She's also noticed like how expensive everything has gotten. She used to live here 7 years ago. You're having fun. Oh my god. Don't kill me. So what they're saying is like make a vlog out of going to Spain.
Vlog, video log.
Yeah, make a vlog. But I'm doing my comic book thing, so I'm just gonna stick to my comic book thing. So, but
You can put everything you want in your video.
it's true. I can do whatever I want. Not sure if this is a good idea, but can't say no. Cheesecake action. So after that mighty big lunch and that very delicious dessert, we chilled out a little bit more, and I think they took it reasonably well that we're not moving in together.
And you're like, yes, where is the room? In Barcelona. What? He's like, what? Jesus Christ. I think halfway through the book your style is improving significantly. It's less rough, you know? It's more detailed, more smooth, dynamic. This is really, really, really...
Updated them to what's happening with my comic
sell
book,
this book.
where I'm taking the story.
You ready to go?
And they're pretty excited about it. So I guess that was the end then of day 69 of 100 Days of Making Comics. Enough with the lunch, back to move the shelves.
Happy?
Yes.
Great purchase? And great price.
Done in 5 minutes.
Just like a real man does.